Peter Eliades with you again. This is Tuesday, December the 10th. We didn't get too much new information today. You know what the status is of yesterday. We have a nominal 10-day upside projection, which I told you we'd really have to have a big decline today to invalidate. We had relatively small declines today, not for all indexes either. I think the Russell 2000 was up a little bit or unchanged. But we're going to take a quick look at a few things because tomorrow that can change. Tomorrow we can get some invalidation of upside projections just by being virtually sideways by the end of the day. So let's take a look at a couple of things here. First of all, the daily advanced decline line of the New York Stock Exchange made a double top today. It wasn't exactly a double top, but it's about as close as you're going to come to making a double top. As you can see, I'll zoom in on this right here for you so you can get a really close look at it. No, that's not going to do it. Well, yeah, there we go. So here was the high on the 27th. See the number at the bottom there, 255,849. Today's number was 255,760. So to about, I don't know, a couple of decimal places, almost an exact. In fact, let me move the horizontal cursor up here so you can see how virtually close it is. There's the all-time high on the 27th. Here's today's high right here. So we have a double top here. Double tops don't necessarily have to turn down, but there is resistance here. And a lot of people think that advanced decline lines don't have support and resistance. They indeed do. If you take a look at the long-term charts, daily charts, weekly, whatever, of the advanced decline line, they do have support and resistance lines just like any regular stock. So that's one of the interesting things we noted today. Let's take a look now at the equivalent of the nominal 10-day projections on the 65-minute cash charts. So here's the first one. This is the S&P. And as you can see, the projection called for a move to at least 3160-227. We told you yesterday that for a couple of reasons, technical and otherwise, we thought there was a chance that that upside could be invalidated. Well, it didn't happen yet. It certainly didn't happen today because we needed to get below this level. But look what happens tomorrow. There are 6 bars every day, and this dotted line or dashed vertical line here is the 6th bar tomorrow, and that's going to be right in here. So we can at least do a preliminary invalidation tomorrow, and should we get down to these levels by the end of the day, we can invalidate that upside projection. It looks very similar on the Dow. The scary thing about the Dow is that it's significantly higher projection. If you just look at it on a relative basis, you see how much higher that Dow projection is. That's way up here, calling for a minimum move up to 28,337 and change. So that's a big upside projection on the Dow. But again, look how close we are. All we need is a little sideways move tomorrow. It would invalidate that. Here's the last bar tomorrow on the Dow. Now, here's the most interesting chart of all, and it's a reason why when you get this software, and I knew you were interested in getting it, you have to look at more than 1 or 2 indexes because that's where you get some of your big clues. Look at this one. This is IWM, which is the ETF, which represents the Russell 2000. Look what happened, folks. This upside projection that wasn't met on the S&P or on the Dow or on the New York composite, let's see what it calls for. Call for a high of at least 163.39. The high here was 163.41. I mean, you can't get much closer than that. A fabulous projection that was met 2 cents inside the projection window. So that's another reason. In fact, when I looked at this the other day and forgot to show it to you, that's one of the reasons why I say we may see an invalidation of the Dow and the S&P and the New York composite upside projections because this one was met. Just a quick story. Going back to the crash in 87, was doing these projections, didn't have this fabulous software. But the Dow Jones Industrial Average after the crash occurred, continued to give lower projections, and I kept looking for lower prices at that time. Remember that the bottom came on October 20th, 1987. I don't know why I say remember. I don't know how many of you out there were even around at that time. But I was getting lower projections on the Dow Industrials, but the Dow Jones Transportation Average gave a virtually perfect projection. I didn't know it at the time because I didn't look at it. Had I looked at that, I would have been a lot more alert at saying to myself, be prepared for the possibility that a bottom has been seen. And I bring that up quickly here because IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF, did reach its upside nominal 20-day projection. Wanted to point that out to you, and that could be significant. The last chart we're going to look at quickly, and there's going to be a quick update today, is the one of our favorites, as you know, right now, and that's this is the daily advanced decline line we just looked at. But we want to look at the New York Composite Index. This is what it looks like. Let's zoom in on this because this is pretty special. It's that trend line again. Look at that. We got up. It looked like a breakthrough here, almost up to the old all-time high. This, by the way, is both an intraday and a closing high on the New York Composite Index, and it's almost 2 years ago. The sign of the bear was given a few weeks before this high was met. We have never gone above it. So this is what we did the other day. I look, wow, breakout above it. It looked like pretty convincing one, maybe for a day anyway. And then a nice move down quickly. Move back up to it, not quite as high in the last couple of days, and now 2 little moves down. So this is very, very important what happens here. If we get some kind of breakout to the upside here that stays above these lines for more than a day or two, we're probably looking at some more short-term upside and perhaps powerful for a little while anyway. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that this is it right in here. But let's let the market tell us and the projections tell us what they're going to do. That's it for now. I think we'll have more information tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, bottom right, hit the little red logo down there and subscribe. Click the bell. You'll get notice of all special updates that we do and the daily ones as soon as they go on. Want to make some commentary below, please do so. Hopefully it's favorable. If you have some criticisms, please let me know. Thanks a lot for watching.